You're listening to Clock Radio Speakers with Armand and Doc. To hear the rest of this week's show, exclusive episodes, and more, subscribe today at patreon.com/CRS podcast or clockradiospeakers.com.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Clock Radio Speakers. I'm your co-host, Armand Wake Up. And don't follow me on social media.
Follow him.
Sucks.
Go ahead.
No, please don't. Just join the Patreon.
There you go.
Join the Patreon. If anything, follow us on YouTube. But if you're listening to this part of the show, you're probably not listening on YouTube anyway. You're probably just listening on Patreon. So welcome. Doc is here. Obviously, if you're on the $10 tier, you can see Doc. You've been listening to the pre-show. What's going on, man?
Oh, man. What's going on? We got a lot to talk about, you know? We had a nice pre-show that went all over the place in true CRS fashion. I mean,
Yep.
We talked about everything from movies to Saigon to Jeezy to all over the place. But we got a lot to catch up on, you know?
We got a lot to discuss today. Oh boy.
And then well, man,
where do you want to start? We got Cardi's new album.
Cardi.
We got your man just running amok throughout the United States.
Who is that?
Doing your man Donnie T.
Oh, Donnie T.
You got that stuff. You got what else is going on? You got AI.
Yeah,
they might have finally figured out the AI record deal stuff.
Wow. Yeah.
Kinda.
We should talk about that. Do you want to talk about Young Thug at all?
No.
Well, that album's just not very good, is it?
I didn't even get that far.
So he put out a couple weeks before that. At first, I think it was like, I don't know. I don't know the exact chronology on this, but there was the I Miss My Dogs. I thought it was a leak, and then I think he just like put it out basically. But you know, it's like a very long song. He's obviously talking about a lot of what's happened. There's a point like 5 minutes in where all of a sudden it's like just him on a piano. People were like, it seemed like might have been like a little bit of like something kind of interesting he was going to do. And so I was like, oh, like, of course, this is going to be like, he's going to use everything that's happened as like, oh, this is what his album's going to be about, you know? Mm-hmm. No, it's a Young Thug album. It's like nothing has ever changed with the exception of like a couple songs. It's crazy. And it's just not a very good Young Thug album. Like it's I don't know. I feel like we've run this era of a lot of these trap records just like into the ground. Like we all know exactly what these songs sound like anymore, you know?
Very formulaic, down to the guest appearances.
Sure.
You know, there might be a 21 feature or
Travis is on it.
Travis,
Lil Baby is on it. Yeah.
Oh, Baby's. I thought Baby wasn't on there because him and Baby fell out.
I thought he was on there. I thought I heard him.
Oh. There's
a terrible intro where he just decides to go hard R on the N-word.
And I think that was very, very irresponsible.
Oh.
It was extremely irresponsible. Which is why, to your point, he can't make this like, oh, I'm out of jail, things are different, let me, talk more, let me provide some insight into what was going on during, like, he can't do that.
He doesn't know.
He just...
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway.
Yeah, no.
It was, I'm sorry, it was irresponsible because I'm not even talking about, like, I could say, the state of where things are right now in the country and you do this and da-da. It's just like, I just look at hip hop culture and I just see that like hip hop culture is just predominantly used by, or predominantly consumed by white kids, and you doing this, it's just a layup for a TikTok trend. They're not gonna, they edit out so many things that you cannot say. The algorithm will, you can't say, rape. You can't say murder. You have to say grape or unalive. You have to say these other words to go around it, right? Yeah. But you can say nigger all you want to. And not only are they not going to suppress it on the algorithm, if you notice, the auto caption will pick it up. So that just lets me know that it's in there. So for you to I don't know if I'm just assuming you're trolling just based off of how you've been acting on Twitter for the last, month or so leading up to the album. I'm also thinking like, is it even wise for artists to be on Twitter in 2025? Because anytime I see an artist utilizing Twitter, it is always to their detriment and not to their advantage.
You mean like Cardi B and Nicki today throwing shots?
Cardi and Nicki. You got Young Thug. I'm sure I'm missing other people who recently. It's just like it's not. Yeah, it's not good.
Speaking of Cardi.
Oh, we already skimming through Young Thug. Okay.
That's it. That's all I got to say about Young Thug.
I did not, last thing I'll say, I did not listen to Young Thug because I'm not a Young Thug fan. And in my head, I said, do I want to listen to this album for the show? And I said, why would I listen to this when I know exactly what this album is going to be? I'm just going to skip it. If Doc tells me it's good,
sure,
or if I hear out on the streets that it's good, I'll listen to it. Other than that, I check for the Cardi record. I listened to some of the intro, and
you were just
the
like,
rest of it is,
yeah,
I'm good. No, thank you. But Cardi, let's go.
Let's go. She sold pretty big first week, surprising me. I don't know why I was surprised.
You know what's funny? I think she fell a little short.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why I felt like she would do more than 205. 205 is not bad in 2025. Because
205 because there's not like a major single that's doing big numbers for her right now.
But how does all of the other stuff factor? Because she's already certified double platinum.
Yeah, the certifications come from the streams from the other things, but the actual album sales, because the being certified and the Billboard sales are not exactly the same thing. So yeah.
So what? How many out of the 205? How much of that was pure sales?
I think 88.
Okay, so a little less than half. Okay.
Yeah, which makes sense because she had like multiple editions. You know, like there's one edition that has Money, Please Me with Bruno, Bongos with Megan, Like What, Press, like basically just everything.
She threw it all on there, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There's the other version that has the Airtime remix with Lotto.
Right.
Yep. There's the different CD version. She had the one
once
with
again
the album
the
covers from the court case.
The physical version is different than the actual version.
Yeah,
there's some slight differences. Even though she announced she had so much time to do this.
We said this. Like, why this? If anything should have been done,
right,
it would have been Cardi's album.
That's right.
What's different?
I don't know.
You just know there's differences.
This is I don't understand this album, which it might not be for me. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess like, you know what it is? Because I actually have track by track notes and all this.
I mean,
here's what I'll pull out to me. She clearly thinks of her, like when she thinks about like what is the record that is like, what is like the kind of record that she wants to make, right? It's not I like it. It's Bodak Yellow and everything that follows from that, right? And she's been doing that for a minute, right? So like there's just a whole lot of that on here. There's weird like sections where I'm like, all of a sudden there's this like nostalgia for like, we've talked about this already, for like 2010 era Atlanta, late 2000s era Atlanta, like Hello kind of feels like that. Magnet kind of feels like that. Imaginary Players makes absolutely no sense in the context of this project. I have no idea why that song exists. And then there's a whole other section of this, which is basically like where she's like, she wants you to know two things. Number one, she's in love, and she's feeling real good about that. Number two, sorry, Offset.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
That's a nice way of putting it.
I should say there's three things, right? Number one, she's in love with Stephon Diggs. Number two, I hate Offset. Number three, every other female on this planet is jealous of me, and I hate them all. These are the messages of Cardi B in 2025.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. There's a record on here that could, if they actually built it out into a proper song, would be such a layup, which is Bodega Baddie.
Oh, that doesn't need to be built out.
Get Bad Bunny for the remix, and there you go. You're done. You're good.
You could do that.
It's a minute and 44 seconds is what I mean.
It's a minute 44.
It's a little short. I know. Nowadays, it's all you need.
It's all you need.
Yeah,
like that was very clear.
You can't have it too long, otherwise it won't be. It's not, the algorithm's not gonna do it.
Right.
Yeah, man. I'm not invested in Cardi's, like, we'll say, I don't want to say she has a tabloid lifestyle. Like, I'm not really invested in the drama.
She's the drama.
She is the drama. I'm not really invested in that. So, like, as someone who's not invested in that, it's just like listening to this for like what I hope is interesting song choices. Because like there have been times in her career where she has been compelling. Mm-hmm. This album is not full of compelling songs for me. It's almost startling when you get to the end. And there's one terrible song in here I have to talk about. A couple terrible songs actually. But when you get to the end and you get to Up and you get to WAP, and you're just like, wow, these are like so much better than almost everything else on, like, they feel like they've been beamed in from another planet. They are, the energy is so different. It's just like, what are we doing here, Cardi? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Different.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think this is a hip hop album disguised as a pop album.
Oh, there's not much pop. I don't think there's a whole lot of pop on here. There's a couple times where they try some things that don't really work.
But here's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's all in the sequencing.
Mm-hmm.
So the first 5 songs or I guess the first section, I guess probably to track 7, maybe to Salute. This is like, hey guys, Cardi B, nice to meet you, right? I think Imaginary Players actually works in the context.
Really?
Yes.
I just get so mad every time I hear it. I don't understand. That's not even the right kind of beat for her. If you want to do that kind of 90s retro thing.
I think she did it because it goes to point 3 that you wanted to make. It's like, I'm going to take this record and, stun on you hoes, essentially. And it's a different, because she's like, yo, Bronx, Jay-Z, I don't know. I don't have to explain this to you.
Yeah.
But I think that especially like sandwiched in between, because Pick It Up with Selena Gomez, Imaginary Players, and Bodega Baddie, like those are all 3 very contrasting songs on this album that sound very different. And I think that's why it fits. I actually like the sequencing quite a bit.
Interesting.
Except there's one flub. I'll get there. Okay. And then there's Safe, right? So there's which I think Safe is a better popish record than Pick It Up.
Yeah. Like, would you just, I think the term to describe this kind of record is sexy drill. And
it works.
Sure, that's not really for me. Cash Cobain is just punching the air that he didn't produce this. It's funny that now he's just getting ripped off. By the way, his verse on this album is so bad. But it might not be the worst guest appearance.
Oh, it's not.
Which is incredible.
Oh, it's not. We'll get there. I'm almost there.
Yeah.
And then there's this section. Then the middle section is Offset is a dirtbag. I hate you. Man of your word. What's going on?
When I heard what's going on, had the AirPods in, right? Walking around, taking my dog on a morning walk. It's like 6 a.m.
Oh, you listened at 6 a.m. Good Lord.
That's what Friday mornings. I'm walking the dog. I'm trying to what's new, what's going on. No pun intended. And and all of a sudden, it took me not even once a second in, I just started cackling. Like I was like, oh no, because I saw a Chocolate. I was like, what's going on featuring Lizzo? And I was thinking to myself, I was trying to prep myself for some really bad Marvin Gaye sample. So I was kind of I was like, okay, let's. That
would have been too mature.
But instead, she went and got the Lizzo stimulus package, which is a weird stimulus package to get in 2025.
2025, yes, it is. 4 Non-Blondes is crazy.
That's a classic record, but
that's a crazy record to sample.
But to re-sing, it's like Lizzo, no.
And she sang her heart out.
Oh, she did.
She sang her heart out. And I said, what's going on?
Yeah, no, man.
That is the worst guest appearance on this album, far and away.
It's pretty bad.
Far and away. And then, yeah, so then you go from outside and then it's like, okay, I'm outside, F my ex-husband, you know, let's turn up, blah, blah, blah,
Right.
blah, blah.
Then we gotta take some shots at Bia.
Listen, I think Pretty and Petty is dope. I like that record.
I think that song actually works. I
like that record.
I really like the beat on Better Than You, obviously. It's FNZ and vinyls, but Cash Cobain's awful on it. That just does not help.
Yeah. I like the beat for On My Back is cool. I mean, you can't go wrong with that sample.
She's got some wild bars on that record.
Yeah, she does. But I mean, that's part of her.
That's part of what's going on.
That's part of it. I saw people really like Airtime. I thought Airtime was okay. I like Lotto's verse on the remix. Lotto actually kills that, and it pointed out something that was really interesting to me about Cardi. So when I hear Lotto rap, Lotto is a great writer and she is a pretty good rapper. But I notice whenever I hear Cardi rap, I just hear the voice and inflection of the man who wrote it for her.
Partisan Fontaine.
Whoever he
has writing credits every single song on this album. Yeah.
She just sounds like, she doesn't sound like a woman. She sounds like a guy who wrote a song for a woman. And there's a stark, distinct difference.
You know, it takes skill to write, to put yourself in the shoes of, right? That's
absolutely. So it's not necessarily a dig, but it is something that I noticed.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to think of like, Nicki doesn't sound like a guy who wrote for her, right? Nicki doesn't sound like that. It's like, I was trying to think of if there are any, you know, female rappers that, you know, would also go in that category. I couldn't think of any. Yeah, but then the end, like, of course, you know, I like Principle because I'm a sucker for an obvious sample.
When I saw Janet listed as a feature, I was like, all right, buddy.
But you know, that goes into like clearances, right?
What are you, Eric Sermon?
That's funny. I mean, yeah, whoever's decision it was to do that, like they had to know that was just set. Like there's no way that would have benefited Cardi. There's no way there's a benefit of that. You're like, oh, I got Janet Jackson on the album. That's great.
Surprise.
Oh, it's just a sample. Right. Yeah. There's no way that works to your advantage at all.
Yeah.
But I like the sample flip. Sorry. But then the album just kind of like the last three tracks just kind of clunk. You're telling this obvious story, and then the end is just like, all right.
Yeah. I don't know.
So, but yeah, I'm not. I think Magnet is dope. Let me say, I like Magnet is dope. I think Imaginary Players in the context is dope. I think Bodega Baddie will be out of here. I like Safe. I think Man of Your Word is written well.
To me, like I appreciate
it's
like
clever.
It's stripped back. It's different, you know.
It's clever. Yeah, I like the beat for Better Than You. I like On My Back. Pause. I'm sorry. But then yeah, after that I'm just kind of whatever. And then I think Principle is dope. But I think the sequencing helps this album out a lot. I think the sequencing is actually good here.
This album's it's too long, too much here. But that's how it works now, you know?
I mean, yeah, obviously like she's trying to, you know, like let me put as many songs, like there's no reason for a record like Salute to be on this album. There's no reason for a record like Check Please, Trophy.
By the way,
none of those records need to be on the album.
Can I just tell the kids something? Yo, don't steal the Pharrell 4 count, okay? You cannot like just
you gatekeeping.
No, because you start a song, you hear the 4 count, and you're thinking to yourself, wait, and then you hear the beat, you're like, and you're frantically looking at I'm like trying to walk my dog, and I'm like angrily trying to pull up the credits. I'm like, there's no way Pharrell produced like that. That's a signature. Come on, man, you can't do that.
Are her credits on the album now? Because anytime I would try to look, they were not.
Oh, I'm just looking on Wiki, but
Oh, Wiki. Okay, there you go. Yeah. So I don't know, man. Do we want to talk about Nicki or overall feelings about that? I mean, she's on tour, right? Do you know how ticket sales are doing?
I do not actually.
I largely think for what she wanted to do, I think this rollout was successful. Though I still feel like 205 is a small number. I feel like she would have done at least 250. But that's okay.
Who's opening for her? Who's she taking on tour? Is it just her?
I think it's just her.
Man, it's a good test of her star power. She's just doing arenas, which I guess makes sense. It's Cardi.
Hey man, listen. My daughter's boyfriend went to that National Basketball Association Young Boy concert, and that arena was full, and them kids were turned up like you would not believe. That is, somebody compared him to DMX, and I'm curious. Like, I wasn't mad at it. It was a comparison that at least made me want to say, huh.
Now I'm trying to see, because Cardi is playing Hartford, so I'm trying to see what do we got. What do we got for tickets? Oh, they got to verify I'm a real fan. Yeah, all right, I got you.
Is that thing true that in order to buy tickets from Ticketmaster, you now have to opt out of filing for a civil lawsuit or something like that?
Is that true? That'd be crazy.
I just saw it floating around the internet. I don't know if it's true or not. Everything on the internet now is a lie.
I'm gonna say there are plenty of seats left. Plenty.
Okay.
You got no problem buying tickets to go see Cardi in Hartford.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing.
Yeah, it should be all right. I'm guessing. Let's see how it
should be fine. Don't get rid of those tickets.
What's the cheapest? How cheap can I get in the door here? What are we looking at? $77 gets you last row.
Okay.
A decent upper level seat, you're in the 120s to 160s. God. Lower level, you're in the 296.
Okay.
Floor 386.
If I'm buying lower level, I might as well get on the floor. That's not that much of a jump for me to.
VIP is what, 640 something?
Is there like a meet and greet or something?
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Man.
Okay.
Well,
interesting.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we'll see. And she's pregnant.
Yeah.
And I think she's due in January, and then the tour starts in February, something like that.
Yep, it does. That's ambitious, man.
She's like this baby's not gonna stop me. I'm like, that's nuts.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. Ooh,
and she's doing 2 shows at the Forum in LA. She's doing not just like one. Some of these cities, she's not just doing one show. She's doing multiples. So two shows at the Garden and a show in Newark. So that's 3 for the New York area. All right, good for her. Yeah. Hopefully she sells it out. 2 in Atlanta. That's crazy. Well, it's always interesting to me where they pick like the double shows.
I mean, that makes sense though. Like, those are the big cities in America. So that makes sense.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Album was not for me, but I am not her target demo at all.
No. 40-year-old white guys is not.
Definitely not. 40-year-old black women, yes.
Sure.
30-year-old black women, yes.
Sure. Spanish, Latino, the LGBTQ community, absolutely. Somebody else though who was not a big fan of this album.
Who is that?
That is one Nicholas Minaj.
Nicole Minaj, yeah.
So much so, she announced a release date for March 2026 for a new album. Did you see that?
No.
Yes. Her first tweet, she didn't tweet at all Cardi's whole week rollout. And then I'd say maybe 3 days ago, she said 3/03/27/26. Boy.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to be quiet.
I'm catching up.
I don't know how. Okay, you catching up.
I'm reading real quick. Yeah, I don't know. Again, maybe not everybody needs to be on Twitter, but
told you.
If you're not releasing singles that are getting people excited, because if your fans are invested in the whole thing, the personality, the drama, they're buying a ticket to the experience. The music is just a part of it. So,
sure.
Sure.
I'm looking at, and this is a completely different artist, completely different demographic, but just look at what Mobb Deep did, right? So it's an appearance on Fat Joe and Jadakiss podcast, which is their target demo. Mm-hmm. They play the one song, and that immediately just sets a desire for their new album ablaze, where people are like, yeah, sure, Mobb Deep, all right. Sure. But now people are like, oh, Mobb Deep.
Right.
And now it's a thing, and it's become in many ways highly anticipated.
How do you feel about these two songs?
I like them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them. I'm not, listen, I don't think you can go wrong. You have to keep it simple.
Keep your expectations in check. Keep expectations in check. Like,
what do you know?
I don't know anything. What I know is Mobb Deep is legendary, but I don't know what they had in the stash. I don't know what they had that they were waiting on or holding on, but like Prodigy's towards the end was not exactly lighting the world on fire. You know what I'm saying?
He was, but he wasn't. So he was not Hell on Earth.
No.
He wasn't even Murder Music, right? No. But he was doing a lot of stuff, because I guess that Up Against the World song is originally something that he did with Sid Rome's.
Okay.
I heard the original version, I think on Instagram or something like that, and it was okay. This new version is way better.
Sure.
So I think that because they really didn't release anything, I know they like quietly released a bunch of stuff just to streaming, but there was not much of a to-do about it. A lot of this stuff, and because there was so much coming out back then, a lot of it just kind of slipped through the cracks. We know, and we talked about this on our Murder Music Retro, there is quite a bit of unreleased Mobb Deep music.
Oh, there's tons. So
they've got plenty to choose from. It's just like, yo, take some of those old records. Havoc ain't really got to re-rap any of them. His voice has changed. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could just keep him as is. You and Alchemist just focus on the beats, and we're off to the races. I'm okay with that.
This made me, it's an album that is kind of, I feel like it's lost to time, even though when it came out for nerds like us was a very big deal.
What, Return to the Mac?
Return to the Mac. When was the last time you heard that project?
Maybe like 3 or 4 years ago.
I haven't heard it in a crazy long time. That was
because Nickel and a Nail is my joint. I love that song.
That project. There were like a lot of people that year who they were like, I don't know, is it this or American Gangster? I don't know.
Absolutely, they were. That was Alchemist's second run.
Yeah, if that first run is like,
that's third. First run is We Gonna Make It, Dilated Peoples. That's 99 to like
2000, 01, 02. And yeah. Then he does the First Infantry sort of stuff. That's still pretty
04.
Close to that first run, but maybe, yeah.
Yeah, you could stretch that out.
This is definitely like a different era of Prodigy, of Alchemist, yeah.
Yeah.
Like and then Alchemist is kind of like lost for a little bit.
He was lost for a little bit, yeah. And that record with Twista and Maxwell, it's called like Smiling or something like that.
Yeah, I remember the Smile.
Yeah. It's all right. I like the two records. I like two records. I'm excited for October 10th. I'm excited to hear this new album.
Yeah. That's like a week and a half away. Should be good.
Did we do a Mobb Deep retro definitive 15?
We did when Prodigy died. Yeah.
Damn, we've been doing this show that long.
Yeah, man.
Damn. Jesus. Okay. Maybe we do a rank. You want
to do a rank the catalog Mobb Deep? Okay.
Yeah, let's do a rank catalog Mobb Deep. We'll do that with the album review.
Yeah. Okay. Good. We're actually going to stick to it this time. We keep talking.
Stuff just keeps happening, right?
Yeah, man.
Stuff keeps happening.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else related to because I feel like a lot of that stuff with Cardi and Nicki is just like, let's just stay out of women's business. I don't have.
Look. Male rappers have, since the genre was invented, have been going at each other.
Of course.
This is rap. It's sport, right?
Of course.
We just have social media, which is a different game, right?
Sure.
We would have thought, like, did you really want to give Twitter to Tupac? You know what I'm saying? Like, probably not. No.
Oh, he would have been. Ooh.
Because he still had, like, the media and the labels could gatekeep and create a mystique, which was helpful.
Absolutely.
Right? He was dangerous. Absolutely. When you did hear him, it was Like, I mean, he was to America. You know what I'm saying?
He was dangerous.
He was dangerous, you know?
No, that's true.
When you did hear from him, it was like the shot from nowhere, you know, it was crazy. But, you know, would I have wanted to get, you know, Instagram reel, like kind of leaks of him working on Machiavelli while he's no, that would have destroyed the whole concept. You know what I mean? Like, so.
I would like behind the scenes. I mean, I feel like that stuff is cool. I just feel like Pac didn't need a platform that was so readily accessible. Like it's like when you see a creator go viral constantly, right? And like, you're like, yeah. They're saying or doing a lot of things that you agree with. But then after about the 9th or 10th video, it's like, all right, okay. You know, so I feel like that would have been Pac. Pac would have been like, and another thing.
Also,
like,
you know, what, Suge Knight and Puff going at each other on social media? Like, no.
Oh, absolutely. What?
Yeah, like, I don't need that. That's okay. Like, that
Suge is doing the most from jail. Imagine if he was free and he was in his late 20s, early 30s. Oh,
right.
It would have been terrible.
Right.
It would have been terrible. Nah, I'm good.
All right, man. You want to talk about AI artists? What is going on here, Armand?
Let me pull this up.
Yeah.
So AI artists record deal. Let's see. Okay. So there was. Oh, here we go. Billboard.
And do you pronounce is it?
I think it's Zania Monet.
Okay.
Zania Monet. So she is the project of a Mississippi-based design studio owner who used Suno to turn her lyrics into music. Mm-hmm. So essentially what happened was this was an artist, I believe, who wasn't really making any traction. Mm-hmm. Her name is Talisha Jones.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And wasn't really making any noise as an artist on her own, and then just decides to redo her own music, send it through Suno, create this AI artist. And I don't know if any of her music, did she release it? Did it go viral? Was it a prototype that these labels started bidding over?
I mean, she's got a song with 5 million streams. So
okay.
Yeah. So this is one of those things where it's like, it's not even just a hype cycle, but it's like, oh, there's a bidding war, and the deal is reportedly worth $3 million. Sure. It's it's like a fake $3 million deal. Like they're I'm assuming, right? Like, but this is,
forgot about that.
You know, like this is how it's like, sure, I guess in theory it could be worth up to that much, but it's probably not really worth up to that.
Yeah.
You know?
You add it, if you add in everything and all of a sudden, like it comes up to around sort of maybe somewhere near, and then it gets bumped up, or if they're just lying. But even if they're not, you know, this is a case where this is a human who is using technology to create music, right? Mm-hmm. This is not auto-generated music based off of a prompt, like that's just churned out like every time you swipe up on it. Like, we're not there yet, right? Mm-hmm. We're heading in that direction. We're not there yet. So I don't know, like we had auto-tune, we've had digital samplers, we've got all kinds of ways to turn nothing into something. And so this, to a certain degree, at least let's talk about the singing side. I'll separate that from the music side. On the singing side, this doesn't seem wild to me, right? Like someone's writing lyrics and they want for sure.
And they want to use technology to make it so they can sing. It's like, well, we've been sort of heading in that direction anyway. This is
for sure
an advancement of sorts, right? Now, the music side though, she's using Suno, where she's like basically just like generating, like, give me music that sounds like X, Y, and Z. Now the thing is, Suno's already, like, they're getting sued for allegedly just training its model on music from YouTube that's copyrighted. So it's like, so, which of course, how else are you going to train, right?
Right.
But this is true of all things AI, where like ChatGPT it's not like OpenAI paid for rights to license. That's not how this works. You break the law. You speed so that you can speed out ahead, so that you can make so much money that you can just close the door behind you, right? This is how it works to a certain degree. You know, this is America, man. You know, so it is interesting. Like on the singing side, I'm not super surprised. On the music side, like the actual like the music underneath and just the overall thing, I don't know, man. Like I'm really not terrified. Like I'm really kind of resistant to this, like to what I see is coming, which is like we're already at a place where the internet feels like it doesn't end because there are how many billions of people hooked up to these social networks, and you can just keep going and keep going and keep going. And you know what's going to happen when the cost of producing AI, let's just call it slop. That's the term I like to use. When this slop can just be auto generated in the background and just fed to you based off what you like off your algorithm, you know, because I think a lot of people who have listened to, I think a lot of those streams, I don't think people were like, oh, this is an AI artist. They were just like, yeah, this popped up on my Spotify and it sounded like something else I had heard. And they're like, fine, whatever, you know, because it was background music, you know, they weren't like, oh, new Monet dropped. I need to like catch this.
I also wouldn't be surprised if those numbers weren't fudged too.
Right. Like if you were going to buy, like if you wanted to go get big, could you buy streams?
Absolutely.
And then turn right around, get some notoriety.
That's the name of the game. And especially with an AI artist, because for traditional artists, they will tell you don't buy streams because it messes up your data. So if you're trying to tour, you can't look at that data and say, where do you get most of your listens at? Because it's not real.
Right.
If it's an AI artist, they don't care about that.
Right.
So they can just fudge all those numbers up to hell and
well, and this is still at the point where this is an individual who is using this tech to try to do something on their own. This is not, at least yet, a label, or worse yet, a streaming platform that's just like, we don't actually need artists.
And that's where we're going.
Sure. I mean, because artists are expensive. And AI is expensive right now on a per, like every time you do a ChatGPT query, like OpenAI is not making money off that yet. It's too expensive. They're just trying to get you hooked, you know? But eventually, just like all tech, it will come down in price. And it will be so that it's cheap enough to do it. And then eventually it'll be cheaper than, like, you know, on the low end, right? It's not going to take over everything, but just like so much in America, so much in everything, I think there's going to be a stratification. It's going to be really hard for the everyday artists, right? Because an AI artist isn't going on tour.
Right.
They're not, which people are desperate for that like personal connection, right? But stuff that comes up in your feed, in the background, just playing whatever. I just got music going. The equivalent of what used to just be like stuff on the radio. You know, like, oh, put the radio on. It's on my job. It's just playing in the background. I'm not really paying attention to it. You know what I mean? Like, why pay a human being if I can just have it auto-generated? No copyrights, or the copyright is questionable and who cares? Like, yeah, someone's probably going to try that. I don't know, man. It's I'm not particularly offended by this. This feels like someone who's doing an excellent job at marketing herself. And is like, yeah, I'm an AI artist and I've got these many streams and I've got this deal, and like, fine, you know?
Yeah.
How are you seeing this?
I mean, I think I saw this coming when BBL Drizzy blew up last year. Just how easy it was to generate something based off of a moment. I mean, it's going to be slop in the way that social media is slop. Like if you want something immediate to serve as a soundtrack to a moment of virality, then you can do that, right? It's like no, it's not like that. But I think I've been saying this forever, right? Like I did a rant a couple weeks ago about, you know, artists, you know, getting off of social media platforms and, you know, owning their own space. And a level of that is true, but I think the next level is like we're clearly going back to more in-person, more local, more direct, peer-to-peer. Like your new celebrity is just going to be the guy in your neighborhood. It's going to be the girl in your class who can sing really well. Like we're going back to that sort of thing, a more modified, updated version of that.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
I don't know.
I do. I think two worlds are gonna exist. Two worlds, freeway. I said two worlds, not words. But I think you're gonna see like this AI thing go as far as it can go. And I think that there are people who are gonna rock with it. But I also think that there are gonna be people who are like gonna outwardly, aggressively reject it, and that's what'll create more space for more of the real traditional bare bones stuff to thrive in its own way.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see, because there's always a counter reaction, right? I wonder if we'll see an embracing like something that just AI can't reproduce, basically, whatever that is.
I'm saying,
right?
What is that?
Well, we'll figure that out. Hopefully. I mean, no, there's so many things, and I mean, even just if you stick to music, so many things that are just a response to what came before, right? Like in rock, you had 80s rock, which then, grunge was such a response to that. It was like, no, we're stripping it down. We're doing something completely different, like
DMX is a response to the shiny suit era.
Of course, right? There's lots of examples where it's like, no, you're going this way, come in this whole kind of different way.
I feel like you're seeing that now with the art, right? Like AI generated art is getting a lot of backlash. You saw it happen with The Alchemist and Erykah Badu and some of this stuff. Anytime somebody posts a flyer or anything that's AI generated, it's like, 100% you can tell. And also, it's, you should pay an artist to do this, and so that, I think that creates a different, and maybe that's the backlash. Maybe that's the counter, is like people are really going to like bear down on more human created art.
I don't know, man. I mean, people hate spending money,
especially nowadays.
In general, we threw away all of our mom and pop stores because Walmart was cheaper, and then we threw away Walmart still exists, and we threw all that away for online shopping because they dropped it at our door. If it's easy, if it's cheap, we'll do it.
Man, you're at some point your comfort is gonna have to come secondary to some other things. But
rarely.
I know.
Rarely.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Hey, the way things are going, something's gotta give. What are you willing to sacrifice? And many Americans will not sacrifice their comfort. No way. No, we want to be more comfortable than we are now, which is crazy because we're really comfortable.
Yo, Wally is a documentary, okay?
Hey, drive through. Next time you come to Ohio, I'm gonna take you through OSU. They literally have like little robots going through campus, either cleaning up stuff. I saw one cutting the grass today. Yeah. I saw one delivering Grubhub or whatever. Yeah. Like, yeah, we're here. Tomorrow is today.